Today's show is sponsored by ExpressVPN. Reduce your ping time and get faster speeds when you game at expressvpn.com/funhouse.
Welcome to the Funhaus Podcast. I'm Armando Torres, and today I'm joined by a whole fun bunch of people. We got Charlotte McGrath.
Funhouse's own.
We've got Funhouse's own Jacob Fullerton.
Touch my shoulder, too.
And we've got special guest Paige Wesley.
Hello.
Paige,
Hello,
I can't touch your
you.
shoulder, so we have to do the wave.
Okay, ready?
Oh, it's going all the way around?
Yeah.
Ah!
Yay.
Ah!
Get him! Fuck!
That'll teach you to be Armando Torres.
Podcast over.
Podcast is over, okay? We got to sort this shit out. No one leaves the studio until we figure out
So we coordinate the
why
wave.
I'm unhappy.
Bar on the floor!
It's Monday.
I got to watch Boar on the Floor.
Paige
again.
is here.
Yep.
Paige is here.
I'm here.
Welcome,
It's
Paige.
Monday.
Funhouse's own.
Is Funhouse's shirts.
Yes.
Human's own.
Yeah.
Paige is
dressing is good.
It's
Funhouse
delicious.
should have their own. Sorry. Go
Salad
ahead.
dressing? Here
Salad.
for it.
I think you made it. You guys made Funhouse's salad dressing on the last Google Trends when you mixed a 2-week-old Chick-fil-A sauce with 2 different types of mustard.
Chick-fil-A sauce keeps.
I value your ingenuity, but question your sanity.
I finished it with a Red Bull.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I finished it with a
Yeah.
Red Bull. You poured it on top.
We're
I
blameless.
finished it.
He
I
ate
ate
it.
Yeah.
We made some really funny content.
Yeah.
And also, might I add, and you're probably aware of this
Yes.
because you know Armando pretty well. He's small. We're tall.
We are tall.
I'm so fucking sick and tired. Now I see what Blaine Gibson has to deal with every
You
goddamn
started
day
it
of
with
his
Blaine.
life.
I roll back the tapes. You started calling Blaine small. So you're reaping what you sow right now.
Well, I sow very big oats. So
Also,
Big
I-
Oats Torres.
that's what they call me.
yep.
Look at the size of this guy's oats.
Yeah.
And despite the size of your oats, I still back Blaine in the death match. I still think he could take you.
They
so.
used to call me Maple Brown Sugar, but then I sued for racism.
They used to call me dinosaur eggs.
Oh, fuck. I haven't thought about dinosaur egg oatmeal in so long.
Yeah, years, decades, until right this
I'm
second.
always thinking about dinosaur egg oats.
Bring it back, unless it's still here. Then get
We
me
are
some.
playing
Yeah.
only classics today
A lot
on
of it,
97.3. It's dinosaur eggs. Oh, yeah.
Just want to inform everybody, this is a Groats family that we're in here.
Groats?
Yeah.
What's that?
Those are Matt Peake's oats. That
Oh.
There's a while back, he had like a whole sack of it he was working through over the course of
Are
weeks.
these grain oats?
I don't know. It was just, I think it was like a feed bag.
Groats.
Groats.
Did he like make them or did he eat it dry?
Let's just assume dry.
Groat
it's Matt.
sounds like
Well, he
something
probably
you can
cooked
only
something really
find.
delicious with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, groat is a type of fungus
Yeah.
that like you just found out that apparently people have been going nuts for.
Yeah,
Like,
they caused the witch trials, whole nine.
Oh my God. Dear God.
Yeah, groat sounds like a breakfast you can only find on the metro.
or something a skin condition you get on the metro.
Yeah.
Right.
Either way, don't ride the bus anymore.
No.
Fuck the
No,
planet.
no.
It's not worth getting the groats. Anyway, Paige, thank you for joining us.
Thank
Paige
you.
is the host and the creator of Cult Podcast, which is a
Why have I heard of
show
that?
here on.
I was honestly
That's the
surprised you
research.
guys reached out. I was like, how do they know about us and our small show?
What's
Yeah.
the connection here?
I don't know.
It's a show that's connected to Rooster Teeth, but also Charlotte McGrath, Cult Podcast's own, was a guest.
Two
on,
times running.
Yeah,
There you go.
was a guest on the show. It
Yeah,
was,
yeah.
a fun
We
time.
talked about a lot of really heady stuff.
Yeah.
And I just tried to pepper in bits when I could.
Oh yeah,
bit
that
of
is
spice.
a lot of the show. That is actually a lot of the job of running a true crime show.
Yeah, I was just trying not to be sad
Yeah.
Yeah.
a lot of the time.
That's a big part of trying to be Charlotte. Come on, up top. Oh, hey! It's
Ever
okay.
since that groat diagnosis, she has not
Yeah,
been
I've
doing
got
well.
pit growth.
I hope you guys will join us for our 5K run for the Groat Cure. We're happening
I
next
actually
week.
have like a
Are you
growth
fucking,
that day.
Are you serious? My grandfather died of throat groat.
I just watched the season of Curb Your Enthusiasm, where to get out of a sick children's fundraiser, he moves to New York, and then the rest of the season takes place in New York. It's so funny. He's like, I actually can't. I'll be in New York for however long, and then that's just where the show takes place. It's so funny.
Amazing.
Plus, it's like the epicenter of Groat. Like the
Yeah.
subway.
Yeah, you don't want to be in
That's,
Yeah.
ground
around
zero.
there.
That's groat zero.
Groat zero.
The big growth.
That's what they call it.
Bap, bap, ba-da-da.
Where the Groat never
Start
sleeps.
spreading the growth.
I don't know if I've talked about it on air before, but I think I talked about it with you, Charlotte. That
Yeah.
I have a running bit where every time I go to a new city, I'll take a picture and post it on Instagram with the wrong tagline. It's like I'll go to Seattle and post it and go, Seattle, the windy city, baby. And it's
Yeah.
even better the smaller town. Like I've gone to like Oregon City and been like the city that never sleeps. I absolutely love doing that.
You're like a porta potty.
Yeah.
A big apple, baby.
Forget about it.
I've done, yeah. That's the one where like I don't know what I would do for New York to offend New York the most. I think I'd just call it the Motor City.
I think you'd just be slow in line. They hate that shit.
Yeah.
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 They're
They
like,
are-
oh, get out of the way.
Or
You would-
complain that their pizza's too foldy.
Oh yeah. I hate a pizza I can fold like a taco.
You know what would probably get under most like native New Yorker skins
Yeah.
is being like a small petite like white girl influencer in Bushwick.
Yeah.
Who's like, I just discovered this place.
Yeah.
So is that what you did your entire time in
I'm
New
not
York?
petite.
Yeah. You're not petite like Armando.
You shut your fucking mouth.
So small.
So I went to Greenpoint and I found the cutest little river. It's called, and I don't know what river is right there. The East River, Hudson, Sully.
Nile?
Speaking of like cool influencer shit, Funhouse's own Charlotte McGrath just got a trendy, cool tattoo.
Ooh.
I don't
It's
know if
meaningful
trendy
and
is-
personal.
yeah. I saw it on a TikTok trend.
I saw. No, I got a tattoo. I would show it to the dear audience, but it's under my sweater, full back.
Yakuza style. Just all the
Yeah.
way down.
Except it's Mario and Luigi kissing.
Ooh.
I've tweeted a picture out of like some deviant art of that Mario and Luigi kissing, and like a disconcerting number of the replies were like, I didn't know they were gay, and I was like, there's something more pressing here.
The fact that they are brothers.
Yes, let's tackle the incest and then the homophobia. And I'm not saying those are the same.
Yeah.
No.
But we'll tackle both in my new novel,
tackle both.
Plumbing for Love. That'll be great.
If it was Wario and Waluigi, on the other hand, though,
Yeah.
be all on board for
Oh,
that kinky
absolutely,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah. Well,
But,
if anyone was getting piped down, it would be those two.
Yeah, but there were people, everyone takes everything seriously. But I got a tattoo. I got it from an artist I've gotten. No.
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
You asked me about this, and I'm
know,
trying to
that
talk
was
about
really
it.
Good.
Yeah, Jacob's really funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We all know this.
Yeah.
It's a fucking giggle a minute with this guy.
It's all from me, though.
Fucking
Nobody else
Chuckle
is
Factory Fullerton. Anyway, I tipped too much. Not that she didn't deserve it. I meant to give a big tip, but I added more on top of it and did the math wrong and gave a very nice tip.
Just like Luigi, huh?
Which she, fuck it. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna get the whole thing removed.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I just want to say, she's great and she deserves it. And it wasn't a mistake to give her a big tip. I just gave a very nice tip.
All right. She's got a big tip too. They
my
call it a
God.
mushroom head. All right. I'm sorry. No, you told me about this and I felt bad because I went out last weekend to a festival and I was like,
Wait, what festival? What festival was
where'd
it?
you go?
Can
I
tell us
tried
about the festival.
specifically to not do this. I went to Outside Lands. Never heard of it.
Really?
What is that? Tell
a-
us more.
Fuck me. It's a festival. I performed comedy at it, but I also just got to go.
Wow.
And
Got to go.
Got to go.
And I
Got
got
to go, that's
to, they had a lot of like beer stands, and I spent a lot of the time buying beer and drinking said beer. And every time that the thing popped up, when you put your card in, it would ask if you wanted to tip, and I wasn't really paying attention. So every time I just picked whatever the button on the left was, because normally that's the lowest one. So I
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
thinking like I'm tipping like 5-10%, whatever.
Yeah.
Turns out that was the highest one, and the default setting is 40%.
That's like when gas stations
Oh, yeah,
put the premium on the left.
Yeah.
Fucking snake
trick.
shit.
It
Yeah.
fucked me up. But even worse is it was the stands where every time you put your card in, it asks you for a signature. And I do this fun thing that I think is so fun, so mature. And
seen
not
it.
at
He
all
Signs the
terrible.
Windy City.
Hey.
When it asks for my signature, I sign it as a dick and balls. I do. I do
saw
it
this
every
coming
time.
I watched him do
Yeah.
it. in WeHo of all places.
You've seen it coming because that's the end of my signature. I go.
We've had to sign contracts together.
Yeah.
There is a guy that, as a joke, made his signature on his license.
cat.
3 little cat pictures.
Yes.
Yeah, this blew up on Reddit a few
That's
years
adorable.
ago. But then he bought a house, and it turned out that he had to make his legal signature like 30
Three little
times
cats.
across the paperwork, and he had to
Ay.
draw 3 little cats on every single one of them.
Yep.
Little cats.
So funny.
by my
And then for
window.
initials, just one little cat.
They're intricate too. They had whiskers and a little nose and eyes and stuff.
I think they have like dots
glad
on
he
the
committed,
cheeks
though.
too.
Yeah, it's awesome.
As cats do. They have their cheek dots. Yeah.
So I, throughout the festival, was on Saturday was getting more and more drunk as I was signing my dicks, and they. By the end of it, I forgot that I was doing that, and I just saw a signature thing, and I just went, my actual signature. And then the next time I went to go buy a drink, my card got declined. And I called my bank, and it's because they said that there was a problem with the signature.
Because you weren't signing
So was it a
dicks.
penis?
They were so used to you
You've
signing
committed
dicks.
too
Yeah.
hard to the bit.
Yeah,
And now
very
the bit
hard.
is committed to you.
Yeah.
You're attached. It's codependent.
They said that it was a problem with it's like the Square Reader or something. Square Reader flagged it because they have you know how it's one of those things where when you put in your card, it already knows your phone number. And
Yeah.
it goes, do you want
Yeah.
us to? So it has an account for you. And it just took an average of all my signatures and they all just look like cocks and balls.
Hey, this one doesn't have any balls. Should we flag it? Yes.
They actually called me and said, hey, we saw your signature and this one just looks like a regular old dickhead, not the shaft. And it was very mean. No, they didn't.
Yeah, hold on. This signature was uncircumcised.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to decline that card.
The
Okay,
signature is
yeah.
more of a grower, not a shower. I don't know how you want to handle that.
That's the nice thing is that I always sign life size. So it's very good.
I always sign life size.
Yeah, I go,
That just means his dick is the width of a
Yeah,
receipt.
yeah.
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 Not like a CVS receipt either. Just like
No,
a
okay,
regular
come
standard.
on.
Long and flat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
told
I
you
knew
before
somebody
you came
that-
in, you were supposed to be my friend.
like a fucking
here.
eel.
Oh, hell no.
I knew somebody that would roll joints in receipt paper, like printed on receipt
God.
paper. I'm like, you are going to get so much cancer so
Yeah, I was
quickly.
going to say
We all
that's
know
terrible
Ryan.
for you.
I wasn't gonna say it.
It's not Ryan.
not Ryan.
It's someone from high school.
Ryan uses his vaccine card like a civilized person.
Well, for crutches for the joint,
Yeah.
not the rolling paper.
Oh, that's right.
that would not
that
go
hasn't
that
happened
far.
yet. No,
He uses Bible paper for the rolling paper.
I've
Yeah.
heard
No,
a lot of people
he's a big
doing
resource
that.
there.
What's that?
Oh, in college, I remember a bunch of people trying to roll joints on pages from the Bible.
Well, that's the story he told. Apparently, that was the first joint he ever rolled was Bible paper. Yeah, it's got that old sort of texture. It does feel like
It's kind of
if I had to.
vellum-y.
Yeah.
It doesn't burn great, though, from what I hear.
I thought the point was that you want it to burn slowly because that's what rolling paper does. Is it burns slower than normal paper, which is not. I'm gonna tell this story.
Okay.
And there's no way for me to explain it
Uh-oh.
and for it to not sound like a joke that I made up, but I need you to know that it's 100% real. I found out about smoking weed when I was like 8 because a couple of my family members did it, and I was like, that seems so fucking cool. I want to be cool. I want to smoke weed like my family. And so all I knew about it was like watching them do it, watching like TV shows, movies, whatever. So I took a regular piece of printer paper
Oh, no.
and I tore it in half.
Nope.
And all I knew, I didn't know that it was called marijuana. I didn't know that it was called pot. All I knew is that they called it weed. And I went into the backyard and I pulled up fucking grass that was growing.
Yeah, man. Some of that good green shit.
Some of them kind
That
weed.
sticky.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was sticky. It was
Little
very
Mary
sticky.
Jane from the backyard.
Well, there's supposed to be ants on it.
If you want to feel even more gross, I took it from the part of the yard that the dog pissed on, and I didn't think
That's
about
why
that.
it was
Why did you go
Nice.
straight
and that's
there?
why it smelled skunky, too.
Because that was the part.
Ew.
Something's
that
up
we
with
didn't
this.
care
It's
of.
not hitting right.
Yeah.
So I did that, and I rolled it into a piece of paper, and I was trying to light it to smoke it.
Yeah.
And luckily, I didn't inhale any of that because I heard a voice from on the other side of the fence. I heard my mom's voice, and she goes, "What are you doing?" And I freaked out, and I just went, you know how they make like paper look old?
Oh, like an old treasure map.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to make it,
Yeah.
and I started rubbing the paper on the ground and like burning it, and she's just, It was what I was actually doing was so incredibly stupid that I don't think anyone would have suspected that's what I was trying to do.
I mean, the pursuit of getting high has led people to do a lot of stupid things.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
Then you were young.
People have gone to war to get a little toked up.
Hell yeah.
When I was in
Helen,
college,
that was a strain.
Yeah.
That launched 1,000 ships.
Yeah. Fuck a face, man.
Fuck a face.
I don't want to feel my face. In college, in the dining hall, we had these big old jars of like oil and peppers. Like, you know how like you buy it at Marshall's if you want to look like a mom? And they were like 3 feet tall, and a guy stole one and then stole a drill from the art department and turned it into a bong and took one hit off of it and passed out for like an hour.
And died.
Yeah, he was just like unfucking conscious. But then they just took it from like dorm to dorm and was like, who's next? Who wants to
Oh
try
my
it?
God.
It's
No one else
It's like
tried it.
Excalibur.
Yes. It's the bong of ages. Yeah.
I've done so much dumb shit in the pursuit of getting. I've made bongs out of Gatorade bottles.
Yeah.
What everyone used to do. Well, I said everyone and then looked around at 3 people who don't make bad decisions.
Yeah.
I used to take an aluminum can, you push a hole in it, and then you stab it with a pencil, and then you put the weed there, and then that's your pipe. And
It's bad for so many reasons.
It's like I can feel the cancer in my brain when I talk
Not only
about
that, like aluminum like conducts heat. That's an
Yeah.
easy way to burn your own hand.
Oh, yeah.
Real
You-
Sounds
badly.
like
Yeah.
it sounds like Robert Pattinson's Cucino Piccolini. You familiar? It's from a profile that GQ wrote on Robbie Patty in the middle of COVID, and it was over Zoom, and he was in a flat rented for him by Warner Brothers while Batman filming was on hold.
Which we love. Papa Warner, we love you.
Hey, shouts out HBO Max.
Mwah.
Genlock season 2.
Genlock season 2. Well, yeah, that one we do like.
That one we do like. We
Any-
like the other ones.
Anyway, he's losing his mind, and he does an interview with GQ, and he starts explaining to the interviewer that he has this incredible invention called Cucino Piccolini, which means little pillow pasta.
Yeah.
And he's like putting in like raw, like uncooked spaghetti and like ketchup and a bunch of sugar, and he's like, the sugar's important in aluminum foil.
Sugar's important.
He has
Sounds like
made a
Google
bowl out
Trends.
of aluminum foil,
Yeah, I was gonna
and then
say.
there's a part in the interview where it's like he then turns around as he starts to put something. I say, are you not supposed to put that in a microwave about the aluminum foil? And he says, it's not a microwave, as he sticks it in the microwave. And then on
my
the call
God.
with this interviewer, Robert Pattinson blows up his microwave. And it's, to this day, one of the funniest, like, I don't go out of my way to read like actor profiles all the time, but I cannot more highly recommend that you seek out this article about Robert Pattinson. And it talks about like how like he's just like he doesn't operate on the same wavelengths as us, and he says he doesn't think about time the same way, not in a pretentious way. He thought he was emailing a guy over the course of 6 months, and then when he realized it was 2 weeks, and he had been sending constant emails to this guy who was like, "Please leave me alone, Robert Pattinson."
Not many people say that.
One of my favorite videos is also of Robert Pattinson, and I think it was before COVID. I think it was a different GQ thing. And the whole video is the inner monologue of Robert Pattinson as he craves a hot dog.
I've seen that. Yeah, it's
on the
really
streets
good.
of New York, and he doesn't want to go outside because he doesn't want people to recognize him. And so it starts with him just like pacing around in a hotel room, losing his fucking mind. And then the video is him going outside and paranoid, looking at every person. It's basically like being on anything and having to go outside and do anything.
He's the everyman.
Yeah,
It's just incredible.
he's the every frat bro.
There's also the story about he had a stalker, like this woman who was obsessed
Yeah,
with him,
yes.
and so he said, "Okay." And he obliged, took her to dinner, and she found out who he really was and stopped stalking him.
Yeah.
Just because he was himself. He just talked
Yeah.
the whole time, and like it was so off-putting to her. And I'm assuming that he's not like an off-putting person completely. And
I don't know.
Maybe
I've
he's
heard
not.
stories.
Well, no, he's a weirdo, but like
Yeah.
it seems like she probably had some sort of Edward-type fantasy built
yeah.
up
Yeah,
about
of
him, right?
course.
And so like he turned out to be just a certified strange
He
man.
did not
Yeah.
sparkle in the sunlight.
No. What I've heard.
Is that a Katy Perry lyric?
Sparkle in the sunlight.
It's a
He did
plot
not.
point for Twilight.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen it.
I've seen it many times. It's my favorite movie series.
I know. Armando is a certified Twilight fan. This is something.
Twilight
we
freak.
have.
Certified twink.
I've only watched the first
That's
two.
what we call ourselves. Certified twink, 7 days a wink. Ding. Twilight's better than Star Wars, by the way.
Ugh.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
I mean,
Stop.
no one's
That
gonna
second
argue
movie
with
was
you.
so fucking bad, I couldn't move on to the third one.
Okay, but it's so bad it's good though. The
The
second
first
one's
one was so bad it was-
hilarious.
Don't talk about Empire Strikes Back that way.
Listen, he crawls to that tauntaun, like whatever. Like it's
You
so
should
fake
smell
looking.
it from the inside.
Yeah.
We're still talking about Twilight, right?
Yeah.
He crawls inside that tauntaun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the wolves telepathically communicate. We're on the same
Oh my
page.
god.
Yeah, it's the force.
You and I have talked about it before, but I
Yeah.
hate. There's so much about that movie where like every character is weirdly attracted to children, and I hate it.
In a roundabout
Okay,
way,
listen,
yes.
we're not
Yeah.
going to get into imprinting in its entirety on this podcast.
No,
Don't
but we
know.
need to address it. It's an important
Yeah.
issue in the
We
community.
need to address that
Lindsay, can
fucking
you help me
lava-
out here?
We need to address that fucking shark boy wants to fuck a baby.
Well, okay, wants to wait until that baby rapidly ages because of a weird genetic
She's
abnormality.
still like 5 days old, Paige.
but she looks 17,
I
bro.
have Fast and Furious
Ooh,
news.
17 almost
Fast and
there.
Furious news.
I have Fast
Yeah.
and Furious news.
I
Oh,
did
thank
see that
God.
post, and I'm excited to talk about it. Can we talk about it?
Vin
there a
Diesel
thing?
posted the weirdest picture of
Yes.
Finn and The Rock.
Wow.
Yes,
And
with
it's
the
like
weirdest
it's a picture
caption.
taken off the side of a screen, so his head looks like really
Yeah, he looks like
Long?
a
Yeah.
xenomorph.
and but The Rock's
got, like,
head
a
is
penis
tiny.
head.
Can you send it? That looks like my signature. Can you send this to Lindsay? Lindsay, can you put this up on the screen?
I don't have that set up yet.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I'll just read it. He says, "My little brother
The answer's
Dwayne.
no.
The time has come. The world awaits the finale of Fast 10. As you know, my children refer to you as Uncle Dwayne in my house. There's not a holiday that goes by that they and you don't send well wishes, but the time has come. Legacy awaits. I told you years ago that I was going to fulfill my promise to Pablo." It's Paul Walker. "I swore that we would reach and manifest the best fast in the finale that is 10. That's verbatim.
Yep.
I say this out of love, but you must show up. Do not leave the franchise idle. You have a very important role to play. Hobbs can't be played by no other." Double negative. "I hope that you rise to the occasion and fulfill your destiny." Just truly insane. Like
It's madness because isn't allegedly the rumor that they hate each other?
there's beef,
Yeah.
is why he
There's
wasn't in the
huge
last
beef.
one.
There
We
be
hear.
Yeah.
My first thought was like it was a PR stunt.
Yes,
Like they worked it
absolutely.
out with their agents. He's going to be in it, but they want to engender sort of excitement. And then I thought about it more, and I was like, Vin Diesel is an insane person.
Yeah.
Oh, crazy.
He's
but
lost his
music,
mind. His music, yeah,
So
moves like
good.
that or
Yeah,
feels
yeah.
like that or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Incredible.
Incredible.
He operates independent of sort of expectations
And societal
And so when I
norms,
saw
yeah.
this, I was like, he might have just done that. He might have
he
just
did.
gone and done that.
I think he did.
Yeah.
I think he did, especially because he talks about he's like, like holidays with the kids in the house, and I'm like, they don't speak to each other. Like, when
Uncle
would he
Dwayne.
have ever been Uncle Dwayne?
Yeah.
This is nonsense.
Patrick made a very good point. Maybe opening with my little brother, it's not the best
No.
start.
Oh, not at all.
Especially because The Rock has like 5 or 6 inches on him.
Yeah, he's
Like
a big,
height-wise.
The
He's a
Rock
big
is a
Diesel's a little
big
guy.
Vin Diesel's not big.
Vin Diesel also had like a clause allegedly where he like can't lose fights on screen.
Yeah, they all have that, I think.
Yeah, which
Okay.
is
Oh my
The main
God.
cast
Yeah.
does not lose fights. They just introduce,
Yeah.
monsters
Yeah,
of
yeah,
the
yeah.
week.
I did Google it, and I mean, yeah, Vin Diesel is 5 years older than The Rock. Sure, fine. But I feel like, yeah, calling him little brother is such a weighted term.
Is your brother
Yeah.
taller than you?
No.
Oh,
I think I'm
mine
the
is.
tallest.
Yeah?
My
Fuck
sister's
yeah.
taller than
My
me.
little brother's
Who'd
taller.
have thunk?
Yeah,
I'm
my
the-
little sister's 6 inches taller than me.
That's too much.
It's a lot.
Aaron?
Too much.
Aaron's
That's a
like 6
whole
inches
half a
taller than
foot.
me.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Cut her down
Yeah,
to size.
I'm
Yeah.
the tiny one. My mom and I are both 5'2", and then my dad's like 6'2", and then my sister splits the difference.
My mom's family is like that. Like half of them like run around 5, 6, 7,
Yeah.
and the other half are 6 foot.
Mexicans are short and sad, so
You said it, not the
What does
rest
that have
of
to do
us.
with height?
that's what my whole family
Being
is. Just a
sad.
bunch of short, sad people.
Is that why you're so small?
Yeah. What? Hey, well, no. No.
You are small, but this actually ties in with my zoo news.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
like
okay,
really
okay.
closely. Do you mind?
So Mexicans are qualified as animals now.
Not what I'm saying.
Oh.
Nope.
No, I'm sorry. I keep bringing up things because I'm so excited to talk about them.
No,
David
bear
here
with
already
me.
tried to do that with Bright.
Welcome to Zoo News. Let's roll that intro music. Charlotte, want to start us off?
That actually did sound like the end of a Zoo News theme song. I want to talk about perhaps the most prolific of animals, man. That's right. I found out listening to a really cool podcast called We're Not So Different, which is about medieval history. This particular 3-part series is about feudalism and historical materialism. I don't know. There's a lot of terms I don't know. Anyway, they talk about primitive communism, hunter-gatherers.
Okay.
Apparently, when the hunter-gatherer people switched to agriculture, they became way less healthy. So you know the joke about like old humans, like, oh, you would die at 30 and like you were just riddled with disease. Dude, hunter-gatherers were chads. They were like average height, like 5'10". They ate an incredible diet that spanned so many different food groups because they were traveling constantly.
Right. Yeah.
Did they ever get groat?
They didn't get growth.
Fuck.
They were
Not until
they were
agriculture.
growtless. They were without growth. They were ungrowted.
Yeah, one of the first cases of growth is actually Henry VIII. So
Wow, that dude was grody.
He had growth and grout.
Yeah.
But like literally, the average human height when we go from hunter-gatherer, nomadic peoples, to sedentary farmers drops 5 inches.
Whoa.
And we didn't get anywhere near the average anywhere, as I understand it, until the 1900s. So like for thousands of years, we just like, because like they're explaining it, and you go from eating like berries and boars and all sorts of fantastic foods and creatures. And, you know, it's hard and there's probably a lot of death and despair, but like, when isn't there? And then it switches to you have a farm, you eat the same 4 crops, and you have like a big animal that gives you disease. So like people just started getting weaker and more unhealthy and smaller for so long. And basically the whole reason is because humans are social. So we just wanted to chill. And that's why we had a lot of short kings for a while.
well, but also in like the 1300s, isn't there like literally 30 years of horrific storms, droughts, and disease that basically kill a bunch of the crops leading up to the plague, which like made us sicker and malnourished anyway, which is why the plague killed more people.
And a lot of times in pursuit of farming, we as humans encroach on wildlife. This brings us more in contact with animals that do carry these pathogens. It's happening in China. So be on the lookout for another pandemic, folks.
I just want to say I didn't like how every time you said short king, you looked at me in the eye.
But you're our favorite small king.
Shut your fucking mouth.
Maybe he's not small. Maybe we're just so big.
Yeah.
You're all like 5'5".
Anyway,
5'2", how
that's
dare you.
that's my zoo news. I feel
that's
like it's
great.
appropriate because
Yeah.
it's you know it's still us, it's still humans, but
Yeah.
like you
This
know
is
what are
us.
we if not you know
If not small king.
weak animals that
Yeah.
have machines?
I don't feel like the hunter-gatherers are that tough because, like, yeah, their food can kill them, but the food I eat's definitely going to kill me too. So
I had 2
Fuck off.
different kinds of Pop-Tarts this morning, and
Yeah.
I lived through that.
Dish.
So come at me.
Wait, did you open 2 distinct packages?
Yes, I did.
And then mix them?
yes,
Yeah.
I'm an adult. I can do
Yeah,
what I
no,
want.
I'm glad.
hunter-gatherer.
I hunted out pumpkin pie Pop-Tarts because they are a
Oh,
limited
those are
time.
good.
Oh my
yeah.
God.
And then I gathered a s'mores Pop-Tart, and I had a wonderful morning experience.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Yes, I do, and that's why I ordered them every year. That was the first time I had it.
Jacob's
Do you want to
birthday.
tell the story?
Yes. Paige and I filmed a piece of content years ago.
This is almost 4 years ago. at
Yeah,
this point.
for a person who is interesting, I will say.
One of my former coworkers, who's a very nice person but a little eccentric, but you know, was making content, and we volunteered to join.
We did, and we decided to do a video where the premise of it is that we were going to blindfold ourselves and taste one of every flavor of Pop-Tart that has ever existed.
Quick, how many flavors of Pop-Tarts do you think there are?
45.
Okay,
6.
you're closer. It was 39.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know where that came
That's
from.
the difference between The Rock and Vin Diesel's age.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Dwayne, my little
ancient.
Pop-Tart.
My short Pop-Tart king. So we had tried every single flavor of Pop-Tart, and me, broke fucking dude, grody as hell. It's just filled with growth.
The growths are real bad.
I decided that because I didn't want to waste food, that I was going to. They wanted to have us take a bite of each Pop-Tart and then throw the rest of it away into a bag. And I said, no. Every time we eat a Pop-Tart, I will eat the entire package of Pop-Tarts.
Something like this happened to you here.
Yeah.
What was that?
I don't know. It
He
happens
just,
to me a lot.
He just commits to the point of.
It's too much.
Yeah. Yeah, so I ate, I think I ate a total of, I want to say, God, I got like 30 Pop-Tarts in, like full Pop-Tart.
Not even. I think I made it 10 full Pop-Tarts in,
Yeah.
and then I was like, I've misjudged my abilities, and then limped my way across the 39 finish line.
Okay, hold on. I don't mean 30 of 39 flavors. I decided to eat both Pop-Tarts that came
You
in
ate
the
60
package.
Pop-Tarts?
Yeah.
Ugh.
No, I ate 30 Pop-Tarts and then got
15
very
flavors.
Ill. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then got very, very ill.
As expected.
And then started. Another weird thing about the video that I've never talked about before is that for some reason we filmed this at a vineyard.
At a winery, at a fancy winery.
At a very fancy vineyard.
They were like, the backdrop would be perfect, and I was like,
All right.
For what?
sun-kissed flavored Pop-Tarts.
Pop-Tarts, which, you know,
Both exist and are my favorite flavor of
and
Pop-Tart.
we're not that bad. But that was
Sun-kissed?
sun-kissed, like
Oh,
soda.
yeah.
like
the soda.
Sunny D
That sounds
kind of,
good.
yeah.
Oh.
Sun-kissed, like sun-dried tomato Pop-Tarts.
I don't know. It's a sun-drenched country.
I mean,
side
okay,
up there,
savory
you know?
Pop-Tarts, though. That's not a bad idea.
That's just a Hot
Interesting.
Pocket.
It is just a Hot Pocket. But that's the first time I had pumpkin pie Pop-Tarts, and I was just like, these are amazing, and I ate like 2 of them and then regretted it because I was like, that I didn't need to stack those 2 Pop-Tarts on top of the mountain of Pop-Tarts.
Yeah,
I- see,
but
that's-
this morning was a nice treat.
It was a
because
nice
you're
treat.
eating it as the Pop-Tart
Right.
company
I
intends
just have
them
to
to be
find
eaten.
one box of them every year, and
Yeah.
they are
That's the
limited.
hunter.
Hunter-gatherer,
Yeah,
yeah.
agriculture.
Short.
Yes.
No.
That's why if you find a Pop-Tarts box and it says, warning, do not eat 30, Armando. Now you know why.
Yeah, it's
I
one of those
didn't-
things where every sign, every warning has a reason, and that's
Yeah.
they're gonna. It's
That's
a
the
matter of
reason.
time.
I didn't
Yeah.
eat Pop-Tarts
Oh.
for months after that.
Hang on a second. Technical
break.
difficulties.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, Lindsay, I can see. You can't see it as the audience.
Yeah,
but
hang
Lindsay,
on.
Lindsay put herself on our screen. Hey, speaking of
The
Pop-Tarts.
buttons are not working properly anyways. Go ahead.
Speaking of Pop-Tarts, they don't sponsor us, but you know who does? The following people. We'll be right back.
Oh.
Oh, Jacob, you got to
I'm
screw it
alright.
on. Any good meal starts with high-quality food and simple ingredients, but even a seasoned cook can quake in their dang boots when it comes to buying the right seafood. How do you know if it's actually fresh? Well, with Wild Alaskan Company, their seafood is frozen right after it's caught for peak freshness, so you can avoid adding unhealthy ingredients or over-seasoning. Wild Alaskan Company delivers sustainably sourced, wild-caught seafood right to you. Shipments contain premium cuts of individually wrapped portions of delicious seafood, and you can choose from salmon, cod, halibut, or a combination of things. Wild Alaskan Company seafood is always wild, never farmed or modified, and it contains no antibiotics. They sent me so much fish! I got a whole box of it, and I had lox in it. And if you want to know the quickest way to my heart, it is smoked salmon. Anyway, get $15 off your first box of premium seafood at wildalaskan.com/FHPod. That's Wild Alaskan, ALASKAN, company.com/FHPod for $15 off your first box. wildalaskancompany.com/FHPod. Make sure to use our URL to let them know that we sent you. Thank you, Wild Alaskan Company.
Funhaus Podcast is sponsored by Arcane, the Netflix original series from the creators of League of Legends. Arcane is a 9-episode, 3-part series that follows the story of 2 young girls, Vi and Powder, born in the undersea beneath Piltover. Their eagerness to prove themselves sets a series of events in motion that pushes their relationship to the breaking point and transforms them forever. Witness the animation event of the year to see the champions we know and love like never before. Vi, Jinx, Heimerdinger, Jace, their stories all intertwine in this action-packed series. Whether you're a longtime League player or you're brand new to Runeterra, Arcane serves as a perfect introduction to the vast world of League of Legends, focusing on the origins of some of its most iconic characters. Dive into the stories behind one of the most played games of all time. Discover the secrets of Piltover and its Undercity, and prepare for the epic battle that is only just beginning. Arcane is now streaming exclusively on Netflix.
The post office is always jam-packed during the holidays, but you know how you can completely dodge all that and save money and save time? With Stamps.com. Stamps.com lets you compare rates, print labels, and access exclusive discounts on UPS and USPS services, all without leaving your home or office. And that especially makes sense if your business sends more packages during the holidays. Plus, you can get discounts you cannot find anywhere else, like up to 40% off USPS rates and 76% off UPS. It's so specific, you know it's got to be real. I use Stamps.com every day of my life for shipping out merchandise for my own podcast and a bunch of other stuff to family, too. And it is so helpful around the holidays when you're sending out presents all across the country. So whether you're running an office or an Etsy side hustle, Stamps.com can save you a ton of stress. So save time and money this holiday season with Stamps.com. Sign up with promo code DUDE for a special offer that includes a 4-week trial, free postage, and a digital scale. No long-term commitments or contracts. Just go to Stamps.com, click the microphone at the top of the page, and enter code DUDE. Welcome back. We're still sitting here with Paige Wesley, and then Funhouse's own Jacob Fullerton. God!
Welcome back. We lost Armando.
He was
No, I'm
able
right
to
here.
attack
He's
your
been
arm
eaten.
because you're so small.
Yeah.
You
okay,
this
little
is fuck you. I'm the tallest in my family. I am the second tallest in my family, off of technicality. And I'll stand by this. I have a cousin. I think he's my cousin. He's my
This
grandma's.
guy's got a cousin.
I have my grandma's side. You also have cousins. We all have cousins.
What's that?
This guy's got
Shut up. You can't be brown and have less than 15 cousins.
You're
I
right.
have 18 cousins.
There you go.
And
I only
Welcome
have
to being
15. I have,
brown.
What's up?
wait, on one side or both?
On one side.
Oh, yeah. That's
Yeah.
on
I have
one
14
On one side of my family, it's all half Filipino women
Yeah.
are all my cousins. And on my dad's side, it's one ginger cousin.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I have so many cousins that I'll be out and about in the world and then meet a person and find out that we're related. Because I have an outside and just like, I think you're my cousin.
Yeah.
Anyway, I
Wait,
have.
where?
I'm never bringing up this fucking festival ever again.
You know who actually, my cousins, they actually did notice that I went viral.
Really?
I have to bring it up every time Outside Lands comes up, and I forgot to earlier.
No, it's good. I
You just got to make sure
appreciate
that Mark Zuckerberg hears about it enough.
Mark
times.
has seen it. He has to have. It's not negative on its face.
Yeah.
I mean, it is in that he looks like an insane.
So when he
person.
sends those little dog robots that have the sniper rifles on them to
Yeah.
your house, you know why.
And he sends the
I can
dogs
outsmart those.
with the
Yeah.
bees,
I'm
or the
allergic.
dogs with bees in their mouth, and when they bark, the bees come out.
Oh, a bee bark?
Shuts
Oh,
out Homer.
there's this movie I saw when I was a kid that the idea was that a kid was making a wish for a dog. I remember literally waking up and just watching it on the TV in the living room when I was like 7 or 8, and he wants to get a dog, but a bee flies near him as he's making the wish, and he's like, I want a bee, a dog. And then he becomes, it's the most like 90s movie
Oh my
shit
God.
where then he turns into a dog and he's like, what? And it's so funny, like, I want to, oh no, bee, a dog. And you know, in the
Oh
room,
my
they're like,
God.
okay. And then a bee comes and flies around him.
This is good. Grow.
This is going to be a really good movie.
You've been watching the Disney Channel.
Yeah. Good on paper,
Yeah.
the channel.
No, they don't do the wand. They snort it.
It's just one of the funniest, like, inciting incidents because it's such like the thing you think of, like, that could be a movie.
Yeah.
I just want to get this out so that we could move on. My grandma's sister's adopted son is 7 feet tall. But he's
Wow.
like an adopted kid from like fucking Russia. And I love the guy, and he'll always be my family. Unless we're talking height, then he's not my family. Fuck him. Blood is family.
Do you think they had to adopt him because he ripped his mother in half on the way out?
I don't know.
Alien
I'll ask-
style? He's
Well,
7 feet tall.
she was a frost giant, sort of
Yeah.
a Loki situation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I also, before I met him, they told me that he was like adopted from Russia, and I was like, damn, I'm gonna meet a Russian guy. He's gonna have like an accent. No, he came here as a baby.
Yeah.
Last I heard,
Oh, big baby.
yeah. Last I heard, he had like a child, and he was trying to make it as a SoundCloud rapper. And I had a conversation with him, and he's like, "Yeah, SoundCloud just ain't popping off like it used to, man."
Yeah. But also, I must break you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like he's a sleeper agent. Also, speaking of,
Just say some words at him. See what happens.
Yeah.
speaking of zoo news, just because I don't want to. Oh, you want to do the intro again?
No.
Lindsay, hit that intro. Zoo news, baby. Jacob, start us off. Thank you, Lindsay. That was beautiful.
You're listening to Zoo News.
So we have a Charlotte got a little taste of it. I'll just read you the headline. A court rules that Pablo Escobar's cocaine hippos are now legally classified as people.
Wait.
You just shut off the air.
Okay,
The whole building went quiet.
Okay, hold on.
up.
I need to. Okay.
Look at that guy.
I'm assuming these are hippos that Pablo Escobar owned.
No, he built them out of cocaine.
Wait, I'm sorry.
No.
Like a golem.
Locally,
And when Moses came down from Mount Sinai, they had made a calf out of cocaine.
yeah, dude, I had like 3 tablets, but I fucking broke. I had 3 tablets, but I crushed one up with a credit card.
So are these hippos that have ingested cocaine?
No.
Okay,
no.
were they paid for by
pets?
cocaine?
They were paid for with profits from selling
cocaine.
Yeah, I think
Okay,
it's sort of like a
okay.
Midas touch situation.
But here's the
It's
thing.
all coke.
Pablo Escobar bought 4 hippopotamuses.
Okay.
Or hippopotamuses. As
Okay.
he would
Nice.
call them.
Yeah, that's really
Yeah.
good.
Primo
Yeah,
or
okay.
hippopotamus.
Yeah, say it a second time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking
Well, actually, how
cast
about
me,
one more
Marco.
time?
Yeah, let's just hear it one more time.
Hippopotamus.
Hey,
All I'm
okay.
saying is I would
Rule
be
threes.
much more willing to recognize them as people if they had been hippopotamuses who had ingested cocaine, because then they could probably
Is this
have
like a
business ideas.
corporations are people type thing? Or like have they gained sentience?
Yeah, they've passed the.
Because like if
they
I
passed
don't
the
know what
Turing
happens, the
Look.
Turing test.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Look, just a bigger pond. That's all I want.
Yeah.
Marbles. So many marbles. So many fucking
what
marbles.
if it is like a limitless thing? Like when people do coke, they're just annoying.
It's only
and
15%
just like
of
make
our
a mess
brain.
of
Yeah.
like a bar bathroom in LA,
Right.
right? But if a hippo does coke, maybe they're like, why am I?
What is hippopotamus?
Hippopotami.
So you're sort of right. Here's the thing. Here's the story.
All right.
Pablo Escobar bought 4 hippopotamuses.
Okay.
Okay, wait, I can do this.
And there's a
one.
train traveling from Chicago
yeah.
carrying
Yeah.
3 more hippopotamuses. At what point will it get to Atlanta?
12.
Okay, great.
Perfect. He bought 4 of them after Pablo Escobar passed away. And I say passed away, he was shot.
Yeah.
Killed.
Yeah.
Gunned down in his prime.
Gunned down in his primo.
One more time.
Yeah, one more time.
He was killed. Some would say rightfully so. In 1993, they released the hippopotamuses into the wild. Since then, they have multiplied to over 80 hippopotamuses.
Wow.
And have what some people have said are just devastating the natural landscape of Colombia.
Devastating circumstances.
Hippos together, strong.
I'm just picturing this. Before you told me they had multiplied to 80, you were like, they released the hippos into the wild, and I was like, and they ran a Wendy's? Like, what happened to these
They
hippos
started a
to
cartel.
make it an issue?
So they've been. A lot of people think that they have been destroying the landscape, but actually, a lot of scientists are saying that they are restoring ecological functions that were lost for thousands of years due to human-driven extinctions. So it's like one of those things where, like,
Extinction.
Extinction.
Yeah.
yeah,
Stinky.
extremotions. No, it doesn't always work.
Nope.
So in July, a Colombian attorney, Luis Domingo Gomez Maldonado, filed a lawsuit on behalf of the animals to save them from being killed, saying that sterilization was a better option. And so now they are legally protected as and classified as people.
Interesting. So they can go to college now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get an education.
Which college do you think a hippo going to?
Ooh. Ooh, I'm gonna have to say tufts because it sounds kind of like tusks, and I don't think they have tusks.
They
But
got
that's
little
what
like
made me think.
things
They have big
underneath.
teeth.
Yeah, they got big
right?
teeth.
Big
kind
teeth.
of,
They got the ears.
Why would you just say dental school then?
I mean, because I feel like some of them are going to go to dental school, but other ones are going to want to pursue a 4-year education
Totally,
because of the
yeah.
cocaine.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna, cocaine today, Adderall tomorrow.
Yeah.
They live on
yeah.
campus?
This is, by the way, this is just.
Now that's a fucking movie. Hippos on campus.
Hippocampus.
Hippocampus.
Oh shit!
It's right
Lindsay,
there.
turn off the camera. We gotta think we can't give away anymore.
I got the first 30 pages.
Are you
So I got
smoking?
prepared.
It's for a different thing. Don't worry.
Okay.
Okay, tight.
A boy has a pet hippo, and he makes a wish.
Yeah.
That he wants to be.
Oh, he wants a pet
Oh
hippo.
my God.
Hippo. Be a hippo.
Oh my god, it's Air Bud, but he plays water polo.
There's no rule that says a hippopotamus can't play water polo.
Airbuds are probably already played
I'm
water polo.
I'm tapping out.
What?
I'm getting off this one. I don't want any interest. I have no interest in the hippocampus because I want to be there day one at the theater and experiencing it for the first time.
No
okay?
spoilers.
Yeah.
No
No spoilers. Yeah.
No spoilers.
Okay.
Here's just a quote for you before we move on from one of the defense attorneys that helped lead this case. It's obvious that animals actually do have legal rights. The legal system, however, doesn't ... have precedent for animals' interests directly appearing in court. I mean, there's no precedent for animals having a legal standing to enforce their own rights. That was his idea for why he needed to legally classify these hippos as people.
I think this is a perfect inciting incident for Hippocampus that the hippo wants to go to law school. Like, this is legally
It goes to
on with
Columbia
hippos.
University.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a loophole where the laws
That's
in
really
Columbia
Apply
apply
to
in
Columbia
Columbia campus.
University.
But if he leaves the campus,
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen his entrance essay?
Yeah.
It is completely soaked.
The main antagonist is just the fucking owner of Jimmy John's waiting off campus with a fucking gun.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, 'cause
But
he
you know,
fucking
like-
hunts
GoDaddy
endangered
guy.
Yeah. There's the one character that sees the hippo, and he's the
Yeah.
only person that's perturbed by it. He's like, there's a hippo in the school. We got to do something.
It's a car, and in the back of it is the fucking Jimmy John's guy, and driving it is Danica Patrick, just decked out in GoDaddy gear.
Animal House. Yeah.
then there is of course a joke that there is an animal house
Yeah.
because the hippo
Yes.
starts bringing his friends. And you have like
Diversity.
a dean of a rival school, I don't know, Hofstra, Pratt, and
Yeah.
he's like, "Where's my giant beast?"
This is the only movie where it wouldn't be weird that a college student fucks the mascot. Like, you know what I mean? The other schools, you know how they kidnap like the pig or whatever from the other
Oh,
school?
yeah,
But in this
yeah,
one
yeah.
they fall in love.
Columbia University mascot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it?
That'd be much more exciting if it was like a
If it's a hippo, I'm
college
gonna lose
tradition.
my
You
shit.
steal the other football team's
Can't
hippo.
reach Google.
I got you.
Jacob, you can't just tilt someone's laptop down towards you.
You're gonna break my MacBook. Well, there you go.
I really want to
I'm
know.
sorry, I'm just being a rascal.
The lion.
Oh. Yeah, I could see it.
Yeah.
Lion King.
I mean, hippos are deadly. Isn't there a thing where hippos can kill
super
lions?
deadly.
They're
Hell yeah.
extremely dangerous.
They're one of the most
animals.
dangerous creatures.
I'm pretty
yeah.
sure that like
If you're a watermelon.
And that's before we educated them.
If you're a watermelon in a zoo.
Yeah. Hippos are the most deadly threat to watermelons since Gallagher.
Yeah.
we've got to classify them as people because
Yeah.
watermelon don't have rights per se.
Well, Gallagher
Yeah.
doesn't
Yeah.
count as a person. Technically.
Gallagher doesn't get rights.
That's
No.
because there's Gallagher too. We need to
Yeah.
which one is which.
They split their rights.
Yeah.
They each have it. One has the right to bear arms, the other has the right to free speech.
Yeah.
It's real fuck.
I like covering like drug kingpins because we've talked about El Chapo on this show
We have.
in his bathtub,
Begrudgingly.
hydraulic bathtub.
Yeah.
Cool
Hydraulic
bathtub.
bathtub.
Yeah. It's not like a lowrider. I mean, it's hiding a tunnel.
Yeah. We had it, but it does have hydraulics, so technically you could hit the fucking switches on the hot tub.
Makes a big old mess every time.
Yeah.
You lose about half
Plays
the water
Baja
in it.
California Love.
And he just fills it with Baja Blast. Because when you're El Chapo, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
I know
And
that
boy, is he gonna be sticky.
Yeah.
I know that the bit was built around word association, but the thought of boiling, bubbling Baja Blast made me want to vomit. hot,
welcome. Did
you see-
boiling Baja Blast,
when
the
I-
official drink of Florida.
When I last flew from the East Coast, the guy in front of me had 3 different Mountain Dew Code Reds in his bags and pockets and hands.
Like
and I was
bandoliers.
I know he had like 2 bags, and it was like bottle.
Okay.
Well, and he would have had to buy those in the airport.
Yes, exactly. He was so dude up, and I was just like, my man, respect, but couldn't be me. Like I've had caffeine at times on a flight, and you're just like, you're
Yeah.
there for 6 hours, you're not gonna go anywhere. So it's just like, so seeing him with all this Code Red, I was like, this guy's gonna fucking fly.
Excuse me, sir. Would you like a beverage? No, thank you, ma'am.
Would you like a
Yeah.
beverage?
You want to do the do?
I just
Can I have
imagine
a-
mixing them with the little vodka bottles.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Right?
yeah, I'm
Right?
into that.
All right.
Maybe-
Code
that's
Red
actually not a
vodka.
bad.
Whenever
idea.
I think about Flight, the Robert Zemeckis film, I just want a screwdriver.
Yeah. I'm on Code Red right now.
I'm a dude up. I'm dude up right now.
right now.
Yeah, John Goodman comes through with like a whole briefcase filled with like limited edition flavors.
Oh my
The
God.
night before his.
Hey, Flight's good.
Yeah.
Flight is a good movie.
You know what I watched? It's not like Flight at all, but it's just a movie I saw yesterday that I liked a lot, which was The Harder They Fall on Netflix.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's cool.
I have to watch
It's
it for
fun.
a podcast in like a week.
I
Oh,
recommend it. Honestly, I would say it would be fun in a theater.
Paige
Interesting.
runs a podcast called Romancing the Pod.
Yes, that's not what it's for, but sure.
Oh, I didn't know what the movie was, and I was guessing based on the 2. Is it
I
for?
mean, no, it's for Black Card Rehab, which is coming back.
Which is another show that you do.
Yeah, in like a couple months. Yeah.
Paige does like 8,000 podcasts.
Yeah.
Fucking podcast
Hell
queen.
yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know, I heard that they're classifying podcasts as people.
That's because we do so much cocaine.
Folks,
No, I'm kidding. I do not. I don't sleep, but that's not why.
Yeah. Papa
but
needs
those
his
f-
comedy juice, baby.
Yeah.
those folks over at the Daily, though.
That's not Code Red.
Michael Barbaro. I mean, you don't talk that
See
fast.
this, Webby?
They
It's a spiral.
audio listeners, yeah,
I'm
it's
spiraling.
it's like a spring-shaped like trophy that he's
Yeah.
pantomiming as if he
Is
were
that
to
a
be
real Webby?
This is
Yeah,
real
it's a
Webby.
real
That's a real
Webby.
Webby that
Yeah,
we've
with
taped
a-
something over.
What are you talking about?
Number 1 celebrity game.
That's how it came.
Nice.
Oh, it's very heavy.
It's a real spring.
It's very Webby.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a couple more news stories we can cover, or we can just sit and talk. hang
Sit in
out.
silence, think about
Sit-
what
yeah.
we've done.
Yeah, moment of silence.
I
for
do it all the
those-
time.
For the loss of Hippocampus, which I've realized is already a movie.
No, shut up.
No,
Is it?
no,
Okay.
Oh
it's
my
not,
god,
but
you
I
scared the
gotta-
shit out of me.
I mean, it's a documentary.
Like the
my
80s were a
God.
wild time, but damn.
Yeah, because we're on the topic of court, I got one more thing that I want to cover. A Georgia judge. A Georgia judge.
George.
You make one fucking mistake.
Well,
Short.
I mean, when you're small, they all look a little bit bigger.
Nice.
A Georgia judge has banned Elf on a Shelf.
What?
Finally.
Oh my god.
Because of the police state?
Finally, they're defunding Santa.
Is Santa a cop?
I mean, all I'm
Yes.
saying is, and this may be an unpopular opinion, Elf on the Shelf just prepares our children for a surveillance state in which they will have their freedoms removed.
oh,
Yes,
right.
absolutely.
I forgot there was a sort of like mythos attached to the Elf on the Shelf.
Yeah.
It is watching you
It's
to make
very
sure that you're good,
1984.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is very
Did you guys have that
1984.
when you were a kid? Elf on
Never.
the Shelf?
No.
It's very Orwellian.
It's
Yeah.
very
Shelf.
Orwellian.
Okay,
no.
yeah, I've never had that either.
No, my
I
mom
never had it.
didn't tell us about Santa because she didn't want to lie to her children and wanted us to know that if we got gifts, it's because our parents were giving us gifts because they loved us the way that Jesus also loved all of us.
Yeah.
So we didn't do Santa.
Santa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't want to lie to her children. What was the lie?
That Santa existed. That she was like, no one comes into our
Paige.
house through the chimney.
Paige,
What?
We have a very young listenership.
Jacob's still a believer.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
In Jesus. We didn't want to lie
Who
to
comes
him.
down my chimney every year?
Jacob, I didn't want to be the one to tell you this. Jesus. Jesus rides on his magic stone that he moved or whatever.
I'm just imagining somebody leaving communion wafers and wine by the fireplace on Christmas Eve. For
Why
Jesus
would he
to
want
come.
that? It's his own skin and blood.
Yeah, I was gonna
I don't make
say
the
this.
rules.
This kind of retroactively suggests something fun about Santa is that his milk is blood and his skin cookies.
I am here for that. My grandma refused to like
The body of
follow
Santa.
My grandma still said Santa, and we would just be like, "He's not real," and my grandma would be like, "You shut your face." Yeah.
Oh my god.
I hope Santa's skin is cookies, though. Let's keep going with that.
I just wanted
Two
to.
candy
skin
canes
is
together, the power of Santa
The power of Christmas
Claus
compels
compels
you.
No. I just want to take an opportunity to say real quick that we've got some really funny Christmas content that we've been putting
Oh, do
together.
we?
Holiday. You know, these liberals. You can't say Christmas anymore. No, but we've got
But they're not
some
gonna say
really
the C word.
some really funny stuff and some good Ryan stuff too.
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
They had me plan a thing for Christmas. Can you believe
What?
Oi.
it? But yeah, it's a lot of super fun stuff that
I just
we
want
have.
to tease it, yeah.
We filmed a few of them, and then Charlotte's producing one of them that I'm really excited for. That I think we film tomorrow.
Tomorrow? No. Not
No,
tomorrow.
that is not true.
This is a different one.
Her face.
Oh God.
That's how you scare the shit out
I'm
of a
supposed to
We're
producer.
filming Lindsay's tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm talking.
That's right.
I'm talking with Omar about what we're going to do.
Yeah.
I think it's in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And that's how you make a Funhouse producer shit their pants.
Because I don't know what's on the calendar.
Tomorrow. or two.
No one knows what's happening if they're an audio listener.
It just sounds like I'm like running a soundboard back here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should have a Foley table.
Oh, yeah, you got some cut in half cantaloupes back there.
You're
you
gonna
can
drop
smack on
some
the ground.
chains.
Some coconuts. We can make it sound like we're on horseback.
Yeah. Ooh, a spooky creature's walking through the woods.
It's that thing from the Harkonnen's chambers that's up on its
yeah, yeah,
fingers.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
that cute little critter.
Yeah, and it understands. Get out!
Sorry, audio listeners. We love that little handy guy.
Maybe don't phrase it like that.
What else is he for?
Or do.
It's a little handy guy.
You see how many hands that guy
the
has?
big handy guy is the Baron Harkonnen, you know?
Yeah.
They're brutal!
So, Paige,
Yes.
you do 8,000 kajillion million podcasts.
Yes.
You do cult podcasts
Correct.
with myself where we talk about cults. Mm-hmm. We've had Charlotte on. We
Yeah.
will hopefully have Jacob on soon.
We'll see.
We'll talk about the cult of Star Wars fans.
It was like the first thing we did together was talk about like a Star Wars cult.
Yeah.
On a Funhouse podcast.
Yeah.
You were a guest. You were not but a guest at the time.
Just a wee little guess.
Very
Yeah,
wee.
you are little.
Shut the fuck up! I'm so big!
This guy's
Fuck
small.
you, Rick!
You're
Hold
not
on.
too big to not believe in
Okay.
Santa and his cookie skin.
Lindsay's got a sign that
It
says
says
Mondo
wrap
is
it up.
tiny.
No, it doesn't. It says wrap it up, and then Rick's holding up a condom.
No, it says wrap him up in a blanket for he is small and weak.
Yeah.
Some fucking bullshit.
Yeah, you're little.
I was gonna slouch down, and I realized that makes
You're
it
all right.
worse.
Yeah.
Anyway, Paige,
Yeah.
here we go. This is how I'm actually supposed to sit, by the way.
You're standing.
You must
I'm
be
not.
this tall to sit in this
My
booth.
feet are flat on the floor. Hey, Paige,
Yes.
Rick, Lindsay. Fuck you, Rick.
What?
I realize this is a visual gag that not even the visual watchers can do. Rick
No.
is off screen and he just keeps looking at me and going,
Yeah, he's doing.
There we
pinch-
go,
He's
there we
doing
go.
tiny pinch fingers.
he's doing
Yeah.
tiny pinch
Yeah.
finger. Paige, you run 8,000 podcasts. You run
Yes.
Cult Podcast with me where we talk about true crime. It's a very fun show. You do Horror Virgin.
Yes.
Um,
It's about horror movies where me and another co-host love them and our third co-host hates them and we force him to watch them and then we all talk about it.
yeah.
That is
pretty great.
a valuable service.
It's
Right?
really good. Todd, the horror virgin, he told me that his problem is that he cannot separate what is happening on screen from real life.
From his like current danger level.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if he
Interesting.
sees something happening in his brain, it is right in front of him.
Yeah. So jump scares are like a big deal
Yeah.
for him. Yeah.
And it makes it really, it makes it really fun to watch and experience things with him.
So much.
But B, it makes his like perspective on the horror genre in general is just super fun.
It's very, very frequently on episodes, he'll be like, I hated it. It was the worst. It's a great film, really shot well, great story. I hated it so much.
Yeah. And then with those same co-hosts, you do another show called Romancing the Pod.
Because I tend to not like romantic movies, and my two co-hosts, who are both straight dudes, really like them. So
The harder they fall, not a rom-com.
not a rom-com.
I thought it was.
Nope.
It's
a
got
black
funny moments. It's
Western.
got heart. It is. It's
Yeah.
fucking cool.
And then you also are a guest on shows like Black Card Rehab. There are more that I can't remember.
Just like a smattering. On any given week, I'm recording between 4 and 7 shows,
Yeah.
depending
Damn.
on what I'm guesting on.
Yeah. So remember that next time you guys complain about your fucking dumbass schedule, Charlotte.
I complain about everything.
That is very fair. Paige, where can people find you?
Here, I'll send out my coordinates later. No,
Yeah, drop a pin.
Please don't.
just
Oh
no.
wait, no.
I spent so long making sure Santa doesn't know where we are.
His weird cookie skin creeps me out.
Yeah. This whole building is fucking shielded by milk.
I'm sending Santa here so we can spill his milk tonight. Santa dies tonight.
Isn't that like that cottage from the Arthurian tales that's made of like rotting like dairy? Never mind, I'll look it up later.
My brain went to Baba Yaga's hut, but that's the one with the chicken feet.
Got them chicken legs.
Completely
No, I
unrelated.
think there's like a hut in, you know what, forget
We'll
it.
find it.
We'll figure it out, yeah.
But so on social media, I'm on Twitter at Paige Wesley, or on Instagram, pretty much everything else at Rampage Wesley.
Sick. That's cool. Man.
That's
Rampage
because,
Wesley.
she is the only comedian that actively requests that people ram her when they see her.
Please
Just
don't.
like get in your car.
I'm
and
not very
fucking
large.
Rear end the shit out of her. Oh, you're not very large, huh?
Hey, I don't have a problem with being short as long
Yeah.
as there are step stools around.
Fuck this
Yeah.
show.
See, Paige will at least face
I've
it down.
accepted myself.
Yeah.
I'm Armando Torres. I've been joined by Jacob Fullerton, who's small as shit. I've been joined by Paige Wesley, who's a tiny little baby.
I'm part gnome.
And Big
I've-
Shar.
Big Shar.
And this
Shar,
has been
Shar,
the Funhaus
Shar,
Podcast.
Shar, Shar.
Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll
Big,
see you next
big,
week. I
big,
love you.
big,
Bye.
Bye.
Ooh.